another time with Fuso the enthusiastic Fuso, and in today's tutorial, it's going to be a continuation of the course GST201. Just before we go straight into it, I'd like to make this announcement for our other YouTube page. All right, the page has been decommissioned. All right, so classes that we have taken on that channel can no longer be found on YouTube. All right, I got a mail from them this morning, and they told me that actually violated some principles, which I have no idea of what those principles are or the rules are. That's how it is when it comes to Nigerians. They just take decisions, and you write an appeal to them. Maybe they'll respond or not. But I just want to use the opportunity to let you know that there are some courses we have been taking on that channel. You might not be able to get it at all. So moving forward, all our classes will be from here, from this channel. All right. So, Mr. Regina, some of your courses that we have taken in the past, you might not be able to see them anymore. All right. So we are taking all our courses from this channel, and hopefully, this channel doesn't get banned too as well. And if it does, we'll open another one. And the most important thing. So today we are taking our bearing from the people of Jukun. All right. We are talking about the northern part of Nigeria. We've looked at the Hausa, we've looked at the Hausa, we've talked about their origin story, and we've talked about the Igala. So today we are taking a bearing from the Jukun. So before we go straight, let me use the opportunity to go through the comment section. Miss Florence, good evening. Miss Blessing, you made it early today. Good evening. Miss Bridget, John, good evening. Mr. Jackson, good evening. Mr. Emmanuel, good evening. Miss Regina, good evening. Miss Atta, blessing. We were not in class yesterday. Miss Atta Joe, blessing. What happened? Miss Grace, good evening. Miss Peace, good evening. Mr. Alayo. So let's off straight. So I will be doing less of writing tonight, all right? Because we have a long way to go, and I want us to conclude with this course latest next week. Miss Rejoice, good evening. I want us to conclude with this course latest next week. We still have STT. Those of us that are doing STT. Go to work today, Miss Blessing. Okay. So I will not be doing. And for those of us that are not yet in this general, this being said, let's go straight into it. We have GST. All right. Favor, good evening. Now, these people are also known as the Kwararafa. All right. They're also known as the Kwararafa. All right. They are also known as the Kwararafa. Now, the Jukun has a principal town. All right. The Jukun has a principal town called Wukari. Right. Wukari principal town. All right. They have a principal town called Wukari. Okay. Now the Jukun people, as history has it, the Jukun people raided the Hausa land and Borno in the 16th century. All right. The Jukun people raided the Hausa land and Borno in the 16th and 18th century, in existence before the. Now we have raided the Hausa and Borno in the, all right, in the 16th and 17th century. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, the head of an effective, all right, the head of an effective Jukun state is known as Hakuhuka. All right, Hakuhuka. All right, head of an effective Jukun state. All right, so we have that as that. Okay, so we also have the Achuo. All right, the Achuo is the head of now the Akuka has a head. All right, the Akuka has a head, and the head of the Akuka is called Achuo. All right, Achu. All right, Hachuo is the head of the Hakuka. All right, Hachuo, the head of the Hakuka's Council of Noble of Prime Minister. All right, Achuo is the head of the Akuka. All right, Council of Noble, Council of Nobles, all right, Councils of Noble. Achuo is the head of the Hakuhuka Council of Nobles. All right, so we have that as that. And Achuo is seconded by Abozike. All right, Abozike. All right, Achuo is seconded, is assisted by Abozike. Abozike seconds the Achuo. All right, so we have that as that. Now we have the T. Okay, we have the thief. Okay, the thief. According to P. Bohama, all right, in 1953, in his book, The Thief of Central Nigeria, all right, according to who we call P, all right, according to P. Bohanan, all right, in his book, all right, The Thief of Central Nigeria, The Thief of Central Nigeria, all right, it classified thief people as the largest single ethnic group in the middle, all right, Benue Basin of northern Nigeria. All right, according to P. Bohana, in his book, The Thief of Central Nigeria, he classified the thief people as the largest single ethnic group. The largest single ethnic, all right, the largest single ethnic group in the middle Benue Basin of northern Nigeria. All right, now let's look at the thief version of the history of the thief. Now, according to the thief version, thief oral tradition, it was thief as a person that founded the thief ethnic group of today. All right, according to the thief version, thief, a person, all right, thief is or was regarded as a person, all right, according to the thief version of the origin of the thief people believed thief to be a person, all right, and he was the one that founded the thief people, all right, the thief land we know of today, all right. According to the oral tradition, it was Thief as a person that founded the Thief ethnic group of today, all right. So let's take it this way, all right. The Thief oral tradition, all right, Thief, all right, in person founded the Thief, all right, ethnic group, all right, founded the Thief ethnic group. So the word thief referred, all right, refers both to the language and the founding father. Are we together? The word thief, all right, refers to both the language and founding father, all right, the founding father of the group. Okay. Also, thank you for that, Miss Regina. Now let's look at some important personality. Now there's something called Tusombo, all right. Tusombo was the name of the family group and was the largest, all right, recognized family, all right. Tusombo spelled, let's take that down, Tusombo. Okay, that happens to be the name of the family group and was the largest recognized family group, largest recognized. Okay. Also, we have Umbaversen. All right, Umbaversen is regarded to as elder. All right, head of a unit. Where can I squeeze that in? Let me see if I can squeeze it down here. Let me see if it's going to be clear enough. Okay, just a moment. Yeah, I think I can squeeze it down. Okay, so we have just a moment. So I have that's a ba version. All right, also referred to as the elder of a unit. All right, elder of a unit. So I think that ends it with the major ethnic groups in the northern Nigeria. So now let's take it up, all right, let's take it top notch a bit, and let's move on to the British and the creation of Nigeria. All right, so permit me to erase this so we can take some points on that. Now we have the British, all right. Miss Blessing, you are not seeing. What was the problem? Is it that the board is blurry or what? And is it just Miss Blessing having this issue? Miss Regina, Miss Favor, Miss Bridget, Miss Blessing. Why am I seeing Miss? No Mr. Ani. Ah, okay, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay, Mr. Jackson. Please, is it just Miss Blessing having this issue, or we all are having the same issue? Because I can see clearly from my end here. Please let's respond. Is it that it is blurry, or where I wrote it the other time? Did I take it too low? Okay, so we have the British, all right, and the creation of Nigeria. Okay, Miss Regina says she can see the board clearly, and the creation of Nigeria. Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay, Miss Blessing, so what seems to be the problem? Now, the British, who are often being credited with the creation of Nigeria, were not the first Europeans, all right, to land in Nigeria. Okay, the British, who have often, please pay attention, you don't have to write now. The British, who have often been credited with the creation of Nigeria, were not the first Europeans to land in Nigeria. Now, who are the first Europeans? All right, let me throw that question. The last statement I wrote under the board. Okay, while I respond to Ms. Blessing's question, I'm throwing this question to the class. The British are not the first Europeans to land in Nigeria. So, who are the first Europeans? I'm giving us 5 seconds to answer that. The first Europeans to land in Nigeria. I believe the majority of us did government in our secondary school. And people that are even doing, I know Miss Regina should know it because she's doing political science and we must have treated this as one of our classes. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Regina. Please, is Miss Regina correct? Do we agree to Miss Regina's answer? Is she correct? Okay, is Miss Regina correct? Let's respond, and if we all are following. Okay. Okay. Now let's continue. Yes, awesome. The Portuguese, yes, thank you very much for that. So we have the Portuguese, all right, citizens of Portugal. Yes, thank you for that, Mr. and Mrs. Atajo Blessing. Yes, and when we say Portuguese, all right, a Portuguese is a citizen of a country called Portugal. All right. So now the Portuguese were the first European to arrive Nigeria through the Benin Kingdom. All right. Now somebody asked me a question the other day that why did I spell Benin like this and not like this? Can we explain that? I know this is YouTube. I do the teaching, but tonight I just feel like making it interactive. Somebody asked me the other day, why is Benin spelled like this and not like this? You know, these two words means Benin, all right? But one is with N, the other is not with N. I'm throwing this question to the class now. Let's quickly say something about that. Okay. All right. So one is spelled like this. Sorry. One is spelled like this. Okay. Okay, Miss Alayo, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that. Swift respond. All right, thank you for that. So, okay, another person, is Miss Alayo correct? Is there another person who wants to counter that? Is there any other person who wants to counter that? Okay. Miss Regina, are you there? Miss Regina, are you there? Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Okay, Miss Blessing, Miss Attach. Now, Miss Attach Blessing, you are Miss Blessing 2. Miss Blessing Osai, Mrs. Attach Blessing, you are Blessing 2. Miss Blessing Osai, you are Blessing 1. Because Miss Blessing Osai has been with us since 100 level. So, whenever the two of you are on the stream and I say Blessing 1, Blessing 2, please know yourself. Who else? Okay, Oluwadam Lawyer has responded. Okay, let's not waste more time. Yes, thank you very much for that. Yes, wonderful. This Benin is the ancient Benin. All right, ancient. Thank you very much for that, Miss Alayo. All right, very ancient, but this is new. All right, it's just like we know Ghana. We used to know Ghana originally used to be called Gold Coast. All right, it was later that it was now changed to Ghana. All right, that's the same thing with Benin and this Benin. All right, so let's continue. Now, so as we were saying, the first Europeans that landed in Nigeria happens to be the Portuguese through Benin Kingdom. All right, Benin Kingdom welcomed the first, all right, Europeans to land in Nigeria. All right, so we have that as that. Now, perhaps this is not news to any of us that the transatlantic slave trade was the unfortunate channel that first put British in contact with Nigeria. All right, the first contact with British in Nigeria was through the transatlantic slave trade. All right, now in 1861, Lagos was taken as a colony. All right, all right, I think I need to switch my marker. In 18, okay, we have it there, 1861, Lagos was taken as a colony. Now, yes, I just remembered, Miss Blessing, the question the last statement I wrote the other time that you said you did not see, all right, was All right, Bavesen. All right, Bavesen. Okay, which means elder. Please, next time, for those of the class, if anybody says I do not see something or I don't understand something, in order for me not to come back to explain to the person, or in order for me not to come back to repeat it to the person, if you have seen it or you have understood it, use the comment section to drop message, all right, and tell the person this is it. Please, let's be our brother's keeper. This is a classroom, all right. So, Miss Elder, all right, of a unit. So that's it, Miss Blessing. Now let's continue. Now, like I said, in 1861, Lagos was taken as a colony. All right, we have resistance of the likes of Jaja of Opobo, Nana of Itsekiri, all right, and Ovon Rawen of Benin, and Atairu of Sokoto, all right, during the wave of the British or the colonial administration, all right, they were opposed by different resistance, all right, they were opposed by different resistance, and we have the likes of the Jaja of Opobo, we have the likes of the Nana of Itsekiri, we have the likes of Ovo Rawen of Benin, and Atairu of Sokoto. So we have such resistance. Now, in 1900, the whole Nigeria was under responsibility, all right, of the colonial office, all right. Irrespective of all this resistance, it was not strong enough to restrain, all right, the British. It was not strong enough to restrain their administration, and by 1900, they had the whole of Nigeria under control. All right. Now, May 1906, amalgamation, all right, is known as the first ever amalgamation of the British in Nigeria. All right, the first amalgamation. Although we generally know 1914 to be amalgamation of Southern Protectorate, all right, and the Southern and Northern Protectorate, but the very first amalgamation, all right, the very first amalgamation was in May, all right, 1906. First amalgamation, all right, we have May 1906. Okay, first amalgamation, we have May 1906. All right, very first amalgamation, all right, by the British in Nigeria. Now, the primary aim of 1906 amalgamation was purely economical, all right, take advantage of the economy of the country, right, purely economical. Also, we have the one that we all know to be amalgamation was that of the amalgamation of 1914, all right, which happens to be the second amalgamation, all right, that took place. Second amalgamation, January 1914. Okay, happens to be the second amalgamation. All right, the British government amalgamated the northern and the southern Nigeria. Then Nigeria became independent on, all right, October 1st, 1960. All right, an independent state. So we have that as that. Now, with this being said, let's look at some political parties. Was it with Miss Regina that we had the Miss Regina, please remind me, was it with you that I had this topic? Let me know off short the board. Miss Regina, I'm referring to you, please. Was it or any political student, 200 level first semester that attends our class, all right? Was it in your class we talked about different political party in different generation? You know, we have political party before the colonial administration, all right? Political party in the first era, the second era, the third and fourth. Was it in your class, Miss Regina? All right. Okay. Now, let's talk about some political parties in the early years in Nigeria. All right. Now, we have the likes of NYM. All right. NYM happens to be Nigerian Youth Movement. NYM, Nigerian Youth Movement. All right. NYM. This movement is best known as the first nationalist organization. All right. NYM movement happens to be the first recognized nationalist movement that emerged in Nigeria in 1936. Movement, all right, emerged in 1936. Miss Blessing, hope you can see what I've written here. All right, in 1936. Also, we have the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. All right, National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. Okay, that is National Council of Nigeria and Cameroon, NCNC. All right, NCNC, National Council of Nigeria and Cameroon. All right, this movement was created on 26th of August 1944. August 1944. 26th of August 1944. It was headed by Albert Macaulay as the president and Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, right? Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe as its secretary. Right? So we have that as that. So those were the two major, all right, political parties during the early, all right, the early stage. I think there are more of them, but these two were made emphasis. Alright, emphasis were made on them. So, in our next class, we'll be talking about the 1954 Constitution. Alright, 1954 Constitution. So I'm going to leave us with an assignment since it's weekend. Alright, I'm going to leave us with an assignment. Please and please, this assignment I want to give us. Don't write it in a sheet of paper and use your phone and snap it and send it. Write it, do your research, write it and put it in the PDF format. It's very simple to do. As soon as you have written it, you can even type it on your phone, all right, and go and download the application WPS. All right, that application helps you to read book on your phone, read your material on your phone. Those of us that want to attempt our TME by ourselves, that application will let you also answer your TME questions. All right, so download the application. As soon as you are done, open the new page, type the answer on your phone and paste it there and send it to, whether it's a general group, you got the link to join this class, or it's in a private group, do the assignment and send it there before our next class on Monday. All right, a lot of us are even catching up. A lot of us are becoming technology wise. All right, majority of us don't use this opportunity. I'll write it out. Don't worry, Miss Blessing. I need to train us. All right, I need to encourage us. Let me use the word encourage, not train. I need to encourage us to take advantage of all these platforms. All right, you never can tell when it will be useful for you. So the name of the application is WPS. All right, WPS. If you are using Android, if you are using iPhone, all right, you go to your App Store. You get it there. If you are using Android, go to your Play Store. All right. So yes, WPS. Thank you, Miss Blessing. So the assignment is write not less than 100 words on what you know about the 1954 Constitution, about the 1954 Nigerian Constitution. All right. Write not less than 100 words on what you know about the 1954 Nigerian Constitution. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Miss Blessing, Miss Blessing 1. Thank you, Mrs. Blessing 2. Thank you, Miss Regina. Okay, yes, Paul 215. Thank you for that, Miss Regina. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, Miss Alayoyomi, Miss Simi, Miss Oluwadamilola. Thank you, everyone, for making up to today's class. Thank you very much. And Miss Bridget, Miss Favor, all right, Miss Rejoice, Miss Peace, Grace Friday. Thank you. And let's have a wonderful Mr. Jackson week. Let's have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful night rest. I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent tutorial. Good night.